Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Yes, it's a slightly different setup today. I'm actually filming when there is bright sunshine outside, so I wanted to take advantage of having some of that bright sunshine in the video while it was there. It is one of those February days that is super bright but super cold, and I just got back from doing my grocery shopping, so I thought I would do a grocery haul with you, sort of gives you an idea of what I'm buying for lunches and dinners and snacks, maybe give you some ideas. I'll do this little spiel again very quickly. I'm currently on the My WW Blue program, which is the same as the Freestyle program, the previous one. I have been on the program for a year and 2 months now, 3 months now, I guess it is, and I have lost about 55 pounds, so I've decided to stick with Blue, which is closest to Freestyle. I tend to just have sort of a latte in the morning as my breakfast because I'm not super hungry in the mornings, so I don't have breakfast to show, but then I do pack a lunch to take to work, and I plan a couple of meals for dinner for the week because they tend to have leftovers, plus my partner does a couple of meals, so that's how it all shakes out. So let's get into the groceries. I decided for lunch this week that I would make the main component of my lunch a wrap again because I really enjoyed doing that the week before last, and it comes together so nice and quickly in the morning when I'm packing my lunch for work. I do like to buy the WeightWatchers tortillas to make my wraps with because they are 2 points each, and as compared to everything else I've scanned at the grocery store, these are sort of the lowest point wraps, and I do enjoy the taste of them. They don't taste like diet in any way. So I decided what I would do this week was have a cheese and chicken and apple wrap. So it's the apple in there that's going to give it a little bit of sweetness. So I did buy some old cheddar because I find that if you're going to buy cheese or cheddar, the old gives you like the most bang in terms of taste for your buck or for your points. So you can maybe have a little less of it and still really get that cheese taste. It says that an ounce of this is 5 points. I'm going to try to use maybe about half an ounce and see, you know, with everything else that's going on in the wrap, I think that will still give a lot of good flavor. I then also picked up some more of this oven roasted chicken breast. This is the Maple Leafs Natural Selection, for those of you here in Canada. These, I rarely use an entire serving of it because a serving is 4 slices, which is a fair bit, but one serving is 0 points, so it's just 0 points for however much I use, and it does let me get a little bit of protein in my sandwich. I didn't have to buy the apples this week because I just have a ton of apples that I have bought over the last number of weeks, just forgetting that I still have apples left in the fridge, so that is fine. And then I also have a little bit of mustard in the fridge. I have both yellow mustard and sweet with heat mustard, so if I use the sweet with heat, I think maybe it's a point, but I'm gonna see. I think maybe the first day I'll start with just the cheese and chicken and apple and see if it maybe needs a little extra something. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really like the sweet and savory combinations for lunches. So basically this should end up being like a 4 to 5 point wrap, depending on like the amount of cheese and whether I use the mustard with a point in it. For the rest of my lunches, I do like to take along some cut up veggies, and I am still on the cucumber train. So I bought a 3-pack of English cucumbers. One of the recipes that I'm gonna make for dinner also calls for a bit of cut up cucumber, so that's why I decided to get this instead of like maybe carrots, is because it kind of has a dual use this week. And then I also like to take along with me to work some yogurt mixed up with some protein powder, which kind of flavors it a little bit. I have 2 protein powders on the go right now, a birthday cake flavor and a chocolate peanut butter. And last week, partway through the week, I ran out of Greek yogurt, which never happens. So I went and loaded up with a couple of more. I say this all the time, but I basically look for whatever Greek yogurt that is plain and 0% fat is on sale and buy that. This one was like $6 per this week, which is a good price here in Canada. So I loaded myself up with Greek yogurt. That is everything for lunch. So let me tell you about the dinners. Both of the dinners that I am planning on making this week come from the Yum and Yummer cookbook, and one is a recipe that I've tried before and enjoyed, and the other is going to be a new recipe. So the recipe that I've tried before and enjoyed is this soup. It is the stuffed bell pepper soup. So some of the things in here are pantry items like the olive oil that you start with. The basic idea is it's almost like what you would have in a stuffed pepper, but made into a soup. So it is ground beef based. So I bought this extra lean ground beef to use in that, leanest that I could find to keep the points down. It also calls for an onion and some garlic. I already have some garlic on hand, and the other recipe also calls for an onion, so I picked up a couple of onions. It calls for dried marjoram, chili powder, dried basil, and dried fennel seeds. I think I have some of those. I'm not worried if I don't have, like, I don't know that I have marjoram or dried basil, but it'll still taste good. It also calls for reduced sodium beef broth. I have some beef bouillon cubes on hand. Anything I can do right now to keep down the price of groceries, I do. So instead of buying a Tetra Pak of beef stock, I'll just use what I have. It is so expensive right now. I mean, this whole grocery haul that I'm going to show you was $75, and there'll still be a couple of things I have to pick up during the week. So yeah, any cost-saving measures I will take. It also calls for 1.5 cups of tomato sauce. I'm just going to use these crushed tomatoes because then it's 0 points and I can add the seasoning that I want, as well as a can of petite cut tomatoes. So I picked up this President's Choice small cut tomatoes with onion, celery, and green pepper, because then it adds a little bit more flavor as well as the tomato. And other than that, it's salt and pepper, and then they tell you to add rice. I tend not to do that. We might serve it with a few crackers to get a little bit of carbs with it. We're not big rice eaters, so yeah, that is going to be one of the dinners. And then the other dinner that I'm quite looking forward to, because these are flavors that I really enjoy, is going to be this. They are the Asian chicken lettuce wraps with hidden veggies. So these ones, I did not end up picking up the Boston lettuce leaves because they didn't have any at my market, and the stuff that they did have didn't look very good. But basically on my way home from work, there is a farm boy I can hop off the train and run into really quick, so I know I can pick up some lettuce during the week. So the sauce for this contains hoisin sauce, which I have on hand already, rice vinegar, which I don't have, but I didn't want to buy a whole thing of rice vinegar just for this, so I'll just put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in, which I have, reduced sodium soy sauce, which I have, sesame oil, which I have, minced garlic, which I have. You can tell I like things with these flavors. And then fresh ginger, which I picked up, and I always pick up like 2 or 3 times the amount that they say because I love the taste of fresh ginger. The filling for these wraps is, I just realized it's chicken, but I didn't pick up chicken. I picked up lean ground turkey, so whatevs, it'll be the same. I just find for some reason it's a lot easier to find minced turkey in my markets than minced chicken. And I just kind of tend to use them interchangeably. So I got the President's Choice minced turkey blue menu. Yeah, Canadian based. The due date was good on it, so that was good. The other part of this recipe in with the chicken or turkey is that you very finely chop up a bunch of veggies that go into it. So the other onion that I have there will go in, as well as some finely diced water chestnuts. I don't use these all the time. To me, they taste like nothing, but they give a lot of crunch. And I know my partner actually really enjoys these, so I thought this would help him enjoy the recipe. Also minced up in it very finely are some mushrooms. I got creminis. And I'm not usually a big fan of mushrooms because of the texture, but when it's diced up really, really small and cooked into something, they just add kind of a nice meaty flavor and texture to what they are cooking in. Also, zucchini gets chopped up or grated very finely and added to the mix as well. They do say that at the end you can garnish with cilantro, which I didn't pick up. It's just so expensive for a head of cilantro to just use, or a bunch of cilantro to just use a little of it. Toasted sesame seeds, we do have some sesame seeds on hand. Some sliced up cucumber, which I showed you earlier. And also diced green onion, which if you've watched any of my grocery hauls, you know I tend to pick up every week anyway because they just add such a nice freshness to things. So I might also chop some up to go on the soup, chop some up to put into my wraps. They're just add a lovely freshness to whatever you want to put them on. And somehow I forgot to mention in the stuffed pepper soup, there's a green pepper in there as well. I do have to say that what I am most excited about in my grocery haul this week and to eat during the week, I saw somebody either on Connect or on Instagram who was having this as their snack, and I was like, yes, I want that, is they would make themselves like a little brownie sundae every night. So I picked up what they suggested, which are I'll show the English side, these Fiber One brownies, and they take one of these. Okay, hold up. That can't be right. My thing is scanning and saying that these are 5 points per, but that's not right. Okay, wow, these are 5 points each. I totally thought these were gonna be like 1 or 2 points. They're only 90 calories per. Okay, let me know, you guys, like, Are these really 5 points per? I thought this was gonna be a less point snack. I guess I really should have scanned this at the store. But anyway, I'll have it anyway. It's fine. I'm doing a lot of exercise. I'm getting a lot of fit points. So basically a warmed up Fiber One bar. Maybe look for one with less points than I got. And then a scoop of some kind of low-cal ice cream on it. I picked up the mint chocolate chip Halo Top because I love mint chocolate chip. 3/4 of a cup of this would be 4 points, but honestly, I'd probably put on like half of that amount. So I guess this would be like a 7-point snack, which was more than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 5 points. So I may adjust this in the future, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it this week. I need to go get this into the fridge so it doesn't melt all over the place. I think it's already fairly melty, so I just need to get it frozen again. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know your ideas for snacks and like sweet snacks and stuff that still stays relatively low point, because this is a little higher point than I expected it to be. But thank you so much for joining me. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Hit the bell maybe, because that's a thing. And I look forward to seeing all of you in my next video. Bye.